Chamundaya Viche Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Namaha. O Great Spirit, O Infinite Lord of Stillness, O ye powers that be in all of the realms, O ye rulers of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, saints and sages of all times, of all places, in the form realm, in the formless manifestation, the formless reality. Ancestors of all of our lineages, all of those to whom we attune. Namaste to all of thee. Sweep clear the path that we might set aside our needs, our greeds, for just this moment and rest with thee. May we rest with thee in the light of the reality. Bless us yet again, bless us again and again and again, that we might see clearly, that we might become an ever greater blessing unto all of those who enter our aura. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha. What a time we are living in. What a time. Do you remember Indra? I know you remember Indra. The Lord of the universe. And the question is, which Indra do you and I remember? Which of all of the Indras do we remember? Which one had the greatest ego? Which of the Indras had the greatest ego? Or did they all have a great ego? Were their egos all out of balance? I am thinking perhaps. But let us remember, once upon a yogi time, there was a celestial architect, and his job was to build and create the most beautiful manifestations in the whole realm, to create and build that which the king wished to create. So he was pretty good. But there was a problem. Indra, accompanying every Indra, were his warriors, devoid of clear understanding, wandering to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. That's all that one did. Memories. Memories, if only, if only, if only, if only, if only, if only, if only. They did, she did, he did. I wish, I want. If only. Great frustration. Why do they have what I want? Why do they get it? Why did they get it? Why are they ahead of me? Why does she have this that I wanted? Why does he have this that I wanted? Want of resolution. I want this taken care of now, 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 in the way that I want it to. So the celestial architect had a problem because surrounding Indra were all these warriors. They all were very good at expressing themselves. They would walk through the halls muttering, constantly muttering, muttering. And their muttering went into the king's ears. He heard it. Indra heard everything that they said. Their greeds poured into Indra's ear. So Indra calls the celestial architect into his Vishvakarma was his name. Calls him into the throne room and says, I would like you to do this and this and this and this and this. I want. And Vishvakarma goes and he does the work. And then he goes back in and the king is more erratic. And he says, that king has, I want you to go get that for me. I'm going to grab that one. And everybody says, what do you mean you're going to go grab that one? I want that. Then he's got other rulers who are friends of his who come and say, look, George over here, he doesn't deserve that land he's got. He doesn't deserve the resources of the land. We need to go take it. Now, I don't have enough equipment to do that. I don't have enough bombs to do that. But you do. You're my friend. Come along with me, Indraji, and I will praise thee to the heavens. Okay. And what has happened? Indra's ego has gotten so out of control, so large, that he is blinded. He has become sick, deeply sick. he's become filled with self-conceit. Only I can do this, and I should have. And he looks around the world that he lives in, and he thinks that everything should belong to him. Everything, my beloved, everything should be his. And with that comes the cousin of self-conceit, the twin if you want. Self-deprecation. Oh, they don't think I'm good enough. If they thought I was good enough, they'd give me a prize. If they thought that was good enough, they'd turn that land over to me. If they thought I was good enough, they would give me this or that or the other thing. So, you know where this is going, right? I mean, you can see it. Vishvakarma, the celestial architect, is sick of it. Because every day, not just every day, not just once a day, that would be a blessing if it was once a day, but many times a day, Indra wants, he wants, he wants, he wants, he wants, he desires, he desires, he desires, he desires, he desires. Sound familiar to you? Does it sound familiar to you? Vishvakarma goes up to Lord Brahma and says, Brahmaji, help me. What do we do? What do we do about this man who is trying to eat and devour everything upon the earth? Brahma says, that sounds pretty familiar. Sounds like all those humanoids. I've got an idea. I'll tell you what we're going to do. He says, you go down there and you tell him, you know, Indra, I've got a secret. Inside your being is a pole of golden light. Everything you'd ever want is in that pole of golden light. I'll tell you what, I will build anything you want. I'll do anything you want. But in the meantime, so you don't get bored, just turn inward. And just that elevator of your breath that goes up and down, Indraji, just watch it. Get into that pole of light and just keep going up and down until I say stop. Go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Oh, I don't want to do that. It sounds very boring. Oh, no, 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 no. Within that light is the wealth of the entire, all of the universes combined. The wealth of all of them is there. Here, let me show you. Together, Vishvakarma, why don't you join me? Vishvakarma shuts his eyes and says to Indra, shut your eyes a minute. Now if you inhale, focus those eyes at the sun center, the point between your eyes. You'll see a little glimmer of light there. Just a glimmer. Now breathe. Breathe, Indraji. Inhale to the light. And exhale, letting go. Inhaling to the light. And exhale, letting go. Now every time a thought pops up in your mind, just for a minute, turn to the light just for a nanosecond, turn to the light. That's enough. Vishwakarma says, that's enough. And Indra, well, that was very nice. That was very sweet. I think I'd like to go do that again. Take a breath. Take a rest. Let me take care of all those things you wanted. And then in a minute, go back. How sweet it is. Now the king got a taste, just a sup, a little tiny taste. And in the midst of all the chaos that he had, he could see a little bit of light shining here. But he noticed every time he turned inward, this pulsating, started pulsating, getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Not terribly big yet, but brighter and brighter and brighter. And he wanted it. And he says to Vishwakarma, give me that. I want that. I can see you have that. I want that. Only you can bring that into your life. No celestial architect, no God, no demon, no mama, no papa, no brother, no sister, no God, no guru can bring you that which lives within you, which is within you, Indraji, which is within you, my beloved. You and you alone can put aside the desires, the wants of your ego self, can put aside the opposite of that, which is saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. Both of these are problems, obstacles to the light, obstacles to attuning to the light. What is the obstacle? Well, your friend. Let me go here, 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 let me go here. Let me, what do you call it? Scroll is the word, I think. Scroll, not the beautiful long scroll that you unwind, but just the constant movement of the attention of the mind. It causes a problem. Because the mind of itself, in and of itself, living upon the earth, the mind of the human is, well, it's greedy. Now, maybe you say your mind isn't greedy, but all human minds are greedy. They want. Greed is the last of the great imbalances that is brought into balance. It wants. So it sees a book. You can see what the problem is here. It sees a book. It wants the book. It reads the book. It wants another book. It reads the book. It wants another book. Maybe it doesn't finish the book. It still wants another book. And you can say, well, it's only books. Is that true? Now, what is the problem that we all must conquer? What is the problem? How to say this? It is the blindness, the great illusion that everything, one day, everything is going to be absolutely perfect continually. You know, I had a day, it was a while ago. I can't tell you how long ago it was, but it was, I never checked the aspects. I should have. It was a perfect day. I mean, from the time I woke up, I looked in the mirror. I thought I looked beautiful. Everybody I saw was kind and loving. It was just the most beautiful day. The weather was perfect. Everything was just lovely the whole day. And I kept thinking, wow, I've never had a day like this before. I wonder if they're all going to be like this going forward. This is wonderful. This was a long time ago. And not yet, again, has there been a whole day like that. But here's the problem. We have to stop saying, is this going to bring me happiness? Is that going to bring me happiness? And we have to start saying, in this moment, I'm going to be filled with santosha, with contentment, with happiness, just in this moment. Oh, I'm studying. Ooh, that's wonderful. I'm sharing time with you. We're going to meditate in a minute. Oh, that's wonderful. There's some problems. Yes, there are. There's sadness. Yes, there is. There's cruelty. There's greed. There's avarice. Yes, there is. The decline and fall of the Holy Roman Empire is occurring again. And I'm not talking about symbolically. And I'm not talking about Rome, Italy. But you know, the decline and fall of that which we thought was permanent. It's begun. Now, what does that require? What does that necessitate? It really necessitates that each of us, we must say, okay, why do I think that whatever is happening, arising in my mind at this moment is permanent? After all this time, you'd think I would learn. What rises falls. There's a law of gravity on this planet. We're not living on a planet where the gravity is a different relationship than it is here. Rising and falling, rising and falling. Happiness, unhappiness. In the company of those we love. And then they leave. They go, whether they go to another place on the earth or they get distracted in what they're doing, or they leave the earth. It's not permanent. None of it is permanent. All is change. And even change itself is changing. Hear that and remember it and hold it in your mind. Change is speeding up at the time we are in now. There's an acceleration of change, rapid acceleration of change. Much, much faster than it has been in recent history. In our remembered history, let's just put it that way. And this necessitates, instead of clinging like Indra did and wanting to build and build and build and build and build, we, each of us, must adjust, adapt, and acclimatize to this moment. And then we have to find time to rest. We must find time to rest. But what does adjusting mean? It means that I must be willing to say, okay, I don't like this. I don't like this. What I want is what should happen. Yeah, this is the problem of Indra. It's the problem of the ants. It's the problem of all of the beings on the earth. What you want, what I want, they're not necessarily compatible. If I want to have a seat and you want that seat where I have it, how do we compromise? We're both going to sit on the same seat? You're going to give it to me? Probably not. Push me aside so you can have it? Perhaps. What do we have to do? Let go. This is important. Let go of your attachment to your preferences. The Xin Xin Ming, the great Chinese mystical texts, says those words. Let go of your attachment to your preferences. It does not say let go of your preferences, which I love that it doesn't say that. I can still prefer a certain color. I can still prefer a certain type of music. I can still prefer a certain type of tea. Do not be attached to it. Let go of your attachment to your preferences. Your attachment to your preferences. Adapt. Adapt to the new circumstances. It doesn't do me any good if I'm standing in line trying to get through the airport and the line is 2 hours long. It does no good to complain. Doesn't help them, doesn't help me. Adjust, adapt. Take along water. Take along a good book. Take along music. Take along kindness and friendliness and compassion and understanding and gentility. And then we must acclimatize. And this means really what we must do today, which is to discern what skills are needed to live in the new reality of your moment. Now, there's some pretty strong new realities appearing around the world, but it doesn't matter if you say, well, in my life, the reality is just the same. It's just been the same. There's no real difference. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Then why aren't you happy in the moment? Be happy by letting go of your attachments to your preferences. Now, we're going to meditate in a minute, I promise you. This ego is fed by self-conceit, by your idea that whatever it is you want, you should have. But then some of you don't think that you're worthy of it. And so what do? You walk around and say, well, I know I'm not going to get this because I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. Nobody appreciates me. It's all selfish. All those states of thoughts are selfish, my love. It's selfish because we say, well, if only I hadn't. If only I would learn. Oh, if only I was abused and deprived and therefore. Neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. It's not concentration. It's not pushing away. It is literally demagnetizing that karmic thought that you have drawn into your aura. You're not pushing the thought away. Karma is gravity, karma is gluey, karma is sticky, karma is time and place specific. Hear that? Gluey, sticky, time and place specific. Gravity. Neti, neti, neti is the Sanskrit, one of the Sanskrit tools that we have, a state of consciousness that says, it literally unlocks it. It literally says, I'm not pushing it away. It takes away the gravitational force of those thoughts. It dissolves it completely. Now, sometimes you have to say the neti, neti, neti several times, but recognize that what you're doing is you are keenly, clearly, I'm not so sure that's the right way to put it. Clearly, you are using a tool to demagnetize. Not now. I am not that thought. I'm not the thought. Now, I'm going to stop and say something to you that I think is really important because some of you are really stuck in this. You think that the self-deprecation does no harm, but would you say to somebody that you love, a person you love more than anybody in the world, would you say some of the things you say about yourself? I hope not. I hope not. So stop saying it about yourself. Stop apologizing for everything. Stop saying, oh, I should have known better. When will I ever learn? You know, you're not 10. We're not talking to babies here. Stop criticizing yourself in an abusive way. It's okay to say, well, as I do at the end of every day, what could I have done a little differently that would have been more harmonious today? Where did I get too tired? What do I want to do next time? But not critical, doing tarka, looking, observing, but not beating yourself with the wet noodle of that negative self-deprecation. Stop it. Stop it. I'm suggesting that you stop it now, today. That means this simple thing. You need to watch. Go back to that blue light of self-awareness and watch the way you speak. Watch your tone of voice. Very important, especially for the women. It's extremely important. Watch your tone of voice. Are you saying sweet words but speaking critically? Not such a good thing to do. All right? Observe. You must observe to be able to see what thoughts are wandering through your mind, to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. Are you saying something, oh, they're so sweet. I really love that person. And you're thinking, oh, that son of a gun, I wish I didn't have to see him again. That's hypocrisy. If you don't like him, you don't have to say anything about it. The first time my guru said this to me, I just kind of went, I'm going to say it to you. He said, Swamiji, you don't have to have an opinion about everything. My beloved, you don't have to have an opinion about everything. I don't know if your mind did what mine did the first time I heard it, but I thought, what do you mean? I don't have to have an opinion about everything. Train your mind to not have an opinion about everything. Somebody comes and they want to tell you something, let them tell you. Unless they say, what do you think? Sip it. Mona, 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 Mona. Silence. Not only out of the mouth, but in the mind. Bless them, bless them, bless them again and again and again and again and again. And then do that which we are going to do. Go back to focusing on the light at the point between the eyes. I was reflecting about our lineage and in our lineage, the fundamental, one of the fundamental principles about meditation is that you meditate again and again and again, but that meditation is sweet. It begins sweet and short and stays sweet and short, and that we don't go back again and again and again trying to make it hard, trying to clamp down on it, if you will, but rather coming back again and again so that when we have longer meditations, they are sweet. They stay sweet. They retain their sweetness. But if they start to lose that sweetness, one comes out, takes breath, and maybe goes back in and again. But as I was preparing for this teaching today, this sharing with you, if you will, what came to my mind was this. Do you remember a moment in time where maybe your body wasn't feeling so well, or you had been outside, it was very hot, and the mouth was really, really, really dry. The nose was really, really, really dry. The throat was so dry that you had very difficulty swallowing. And somebody gives you a small glass of water and says, now, just take a sip. That's all. Don't drink the whole thing. Oh my. And you take a sip. You didn't drink the whole glass. You just took a sip. That thirst has dissipated. That discomfort has dissipated. The anguish has dissipated. The fear has dissipated. The emotionality of the mind has dissipated. Thus it is with meditation. A sip here, an hour later, another sip. An hour later, another sip. You're working. Got time to stop. Just take a breath. Focus the breath at the sun center. Take a breath. Take a sip. Let that meditation be for you a sipping of Amrita, the bliss of life, that you will be fed again and again and again, that you will watch the thoughts that rise in your mind and you will correct them. When you see your mind thinking critical things of yourself, you will correct it. You won't let it come out of your mouth. Pretty soon, you won't be ready to crush your mind either. So with that, today the key thing is recognizing these two twins, self-conceit. The idea that anything I want, I should have, regardless of the time, the place, the karma, anybody else's needs or wants, so that my own greed takes over everything. It is true mystically, whatever you want you can have. Just don't burn the world down while you're getting it. It does not say you can have whatever you want when you want it. This isn't, God's not a cosmic bellhop, He isn't going to twitch his nose and it's right there for you. Let go of that. And please, let me put it another way. Self-deprecation. All right, 2 big words. Just stop criticizing yourself, okay? Stop calling yourself names. Stop saying negative things about yourself. Stop saying mean things about yourself. Just stop it and replace it. How about if you replace it with something good? Hey, you did that really well. I really like that you did that really well. Oh, this tea tastes so good. You made that beautifully. Good going. You learned how to do that. Every time, almost every time, not every time, but almost every time for the last 5 years, I would say it is, that I crack an egg, I remember the joy of our great niece standing in our kitchen telling me, I can't crack eggs. I said, you mean you've never tried it? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. A shell always gets in the egg. It drops in the bowl. It's a mess. I can't do it. My brother, who's younger than me, can do it, but I can't do it. And I said, we got a lot of people here today. We got a lot of eggs. Everything that you've said, sweetheart, I've done. I bet you, let's just practice. I'm sure. Just try it. See what happens. A few minutes later, 6 eggs, 7 eggs, I don't remember how many it was, and only one with the shell that went in the bowl. I can crack an egg. Her mom walks in and she jumps up off the chair and says, Mom, I can crack an egg. I can crack an egg. She converted that. I can't do it. I'm no good. Everybody else can do it but me. A little bit of sadhana, a little bit of practice, just like you and me. She was cracking the egg. All we have to do is return to our meditation. And one of these days we're going to say, oh my goodness, I can walk through the light. And we will be joy-filled in the moment. We will be happy in the moment. And you will wake up one day and you will say, that's a lot of moments of happiness, like I did. My guru, when I sat at his feet first, said, just be happy, just be happy, just be happy. And every time he'd say it, my mind would say, oh, that's a fine thing for you to say. You don't have. And one day, he said, just be happy. And I thought, I'll be darned. All those moments, all those little moments have made the cup full. Let no one ask you, are you going to be happy doing this? Are you going to be happy doing that? Are you going to be happy doing the other thing? The answer is always, oh yes. In this moment, I am choosing to be happy, to accept, to adjust, to acclimatize, to know that which needs to be done. Now, let us meditate, and then we are going to offer prayers. If you will join with me, we will have a meditation turning inward, and then we will offer prayers for those who are in need, of which there are many, and we do not know what they need. but we will offer our spiritual energies to give to them as best as we can. Namaste, Ji. Sit with your spine erect. Place your hands in the Om Mudra, the index finger and the thumb together, cupped upward upon your thighs. Focus your attention at the sun center, the point between your eyes. Move your eyes upward so they are focused there. Turn your head left with a double exhalation. Bring the head back to the center. Begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath. Inhaling through the lips, draw the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk. From the trunk of the body, draw the energy into the spinal column. From the base of the spine, draw the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light. Move it out in front of you. Expand that light. Sweep around to the left, 3 times wrapping your body in golden light. And now ascend. Ascend as high as you are able. Above the room you're in. Above the earth. Ascend to the high realm. Find yourself in a perfect place of meditation. Call upon your chosen form of the divine, your Ishtadevata, to join with us. Gazing at the sun center, the point between your eyes. Begin to watch the inhalation and exhalation of the breath, letting the breath breathe itself. Now focusing upon your mind's eye. bring forth in your mind's eye at this moment the most beautiful object of beauty, the most beautiful form of beauty at this moment. Hold that object of beauty in your mind's eye. Sharpen the camera of your mind's eye. See it more clearly. Feel the object of beauty. Hear the object of beauty. Smell the object of beauty. Draw it closer to your mind's eye. Inhaling, bring the beauty directly to the sun center. Inhaling the beauty, bring it over your spinal column, directly over the center of the spine, the sushumnaic channel. Hold it there. Now begin to see that form of beauty dissolve down your spinal column as golden dewdrops of beauty. Filling the entire channel. To overflowing. The beauty pouring down. Pouring forth from your spine, from your sushumnaic channel. Feel it pouring forth into every cell of your being. Overflowing. Filling. Radiating forth from you. Feel that beauty radiating forth through the entire universe. O ye powers that be, join with us. Send forth thy blessings. As the beauty, the light which is in with each being is radiating forth into the universes, we call upon thee to add thy blessings. May our presence be a blessing unto all of those who enter our auras. May our light radiate forth through Indra's net, bringing light to the darkness. And this, only this, as we chant Ananda, may the karma of all beings be softened. May the karma of all beings in all realms be softened. Feeling the beauty that thou art radiate forth into the universes. Let us just chant Ananda, radiating forth that bliss of beauty, that all beings feel the golden light of Anandic bliss pouring forth from your sun center, radiating out. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Refocus your attention at your sun center. And again, Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. See the golden dewdrops of Anandic bliss pouring down upon all beings. That all beings have karma softened. That all have that which they need most on this walk to enlightenment. Ananda, 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 Ananda. Ananda, 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 da, da. From the point of light within the mind of our Ishta, light streams forth into the minds of all beings, and thus light emerges upon the earth. From the point of love within the heart of our Ishta, love streams forth into the hearts of all beings, and thus love divine emerges upon the earth. From the Bindu, where the full wisdom of Ishta lies, the purpose of the lineage is revealed: to realize, to remember, to serve. May each of us see clearly our own Dharma. May we walk through the world with ever greater ease and kindness and gentility and wisdom. Dhyana mulam guru murtir, puja mulam guru padam, mantra mulam guru vakyam, moksha mulam guru kripa, moksha mulam guru kripa, moksha mulam Guru Kripa. Hold the sweetness in your heart. Hold the beauty that thou art in every cell of your being, and carry it with you as we walk through this week. Namaste Ji. Namaskar. Thank you for the blessings of your presence, for your meditative energy, for all of your prayers. They are much needed. Namaste Ji.